Hey guys, welcome back. So here's just another quick update video. So I've got some news to report and it isn't very good, I'm afraid. It's something that's going to set me back a couple of weeks and a little bit more cost, but it is what it is. So a couple of weeks ago I was reversing the kit back into the garage, and as I was coming forward again I drove into the garage door and I thought it was the crash bar. You can see here I thought it was the actual crash bar that I impacted, but it wasn't. You can see it's the wing, it's the front fender. So unfortunately we're now going to have to put this back in the garage so we can get it resprayed. Now what I am going to do, because the car's got to go in the garage anyway to have some work done to it, because as I said there's a slight oil leak and there's a couple of other things that I'm going to do while it's in there, change the heater core and also the rear springs. So while it's in there I'm just going to whip this off, put it into the paint shop, get it done, and then put it back on the car. But what we are going to have to do, and this is something that is really important, I'm going to have to make sure everything lines up perfectly. That means the nose has to go on. It means I've got to get my lights in place exactly where they want to go, because these can be adjusted. This is not exactly where it's going to be, although it is proud of the wing at the moment, of the fender. These can be adjusted slightly, so it probably looks worse than what it is. I do think this has actually been bent down slightly though, because if we open the bonnet, you can see there's a bit of a mark just there, and I think that's crumpled the actual front wing slightly. So that might be the reason why this now sits more proud of this light than what it actually should. If we go over to the other side, it's not quite so bad there, but as I said, these front headlights can be adjusted. You can move them left and right and up and down slightly, so there is a little bit of adjustment, but that still doesn't help us with the actual fender. You know, this is going to have to go back in and get resprayed, but it's, God, I mean, it's just one of them things. It's one of them things. I'll tell you what I was trying to do. I was trying to get more space in the garage, and I was trying to park kit further or closer to the left hand side wall, and as I shunted forward again I just unfortunately hit the roller door, like the actual rail, the actual runner, and I bent all of the runner, but I didn't realise that I'd done any damage on the car, because as I said I thought it was the crash bar that I impacted. But there you go. So that's the update, what we've got right now. Not a great update, I know, but these things do happen unfortunately when you're building cars, and you know, you're spending money on things and you're having to take cars out, put it back, take it out, put it back. It's just sometimes a numbers game, and you know, at some point you are going to have a couple of slight accidents. You know, it's really minor. I mean, they might even be able to blow that in. It might not even be a case of they need to do the entire wing. They might be able to blow some of it in. I don't know. That's something that they're going to have to have a look at and see what they suggest. So let's move on from there. So I've just put both of the caps back on. So if you want to take a closer look, just so you can see exactly what I mean, it's right there. You can actually see the red paint that was there before. And then if we move around here slightly, you can just see what I've done. I've just taken the paint off there. Yeah, I wasn't very happy, as you can imagine. Oh man, it's just one of them things. But there you go. So we have got both lights on now, and these do work. However, I'm not going to try the electrics yet because I don't want to damage this wing any more than I need to. And what I mean by that is, if I was to push the button on the electrics and this was to come up and down, then it might chafe the wing. So I'm just going to do it manually for now. I'm not going to use the electrics. So I will put the electrics in, not the electrics, the lights, the actual headlights have got to go in. That's something I need to do. I've actually recently bought some bezels, some new bezels for the lights. If we have a look in here, you can see what I've done. So these are the bezels that go around the actual lights. So I've got them there. And these bezels actually go round the light. And I did chuck my last ones out because they were just a mess. So what I've done instead is I've bought some more, and these ones are actually original. So these will need a bit of a paint. So I'm going to have to rub that down, give it a bit of a paint them black, and then that will go over there like that, round the headlight, and then that will go into the front. So that's another job I need to do. I need to spray these. Another thing we are going to have to do soon is start on the rear lights as well. So I've actually got them in the back. So these are Trans Am lights, like the covers. So you put them over, and then what you can do is you get some blackout and then put it over. Now I've not decided how I want to do this yet. My last kit that I built, I did it in a much cheaper way. So I bought some of the blackout, and then I got a bit of a runner and then put it along there, slid the perspex in, I put the blackout in the runner, and then what happened was, when the boot comes down, that actually traps the top part of the perspex so it can't move. Now that's how I did it. A friend of mine taught me how to do that, and it was a cheap option, cheap fix. It looks really good, and you can't see the bottom part there. It's like a plastic runner that sits, and you can screw it into the bumper. It looks really good, but I think this time I'm going to go for something a little bit more robust. Although that worked really well for the 2 years I had my last kit, I'm going to go for something a little bit different this time. So yeah, we've got plenty more to be getting on with over the next few weeks. So what I may try to do is get kit back in the garage sooner rather than later, because if we do that, it means that we can do the rear springs while it's in the garage, we can do the heater core, and the front wing gets changed and gets fixed. So over the next few weeks, what I think I'm going to do is just do a few more bits to him and then get him ready to go back in the garage. He won't be in there for that long. So one job I do also need to do before it goes in the garage is put the mirrors back in there. So they need to go back in, and then I may actually get the lights working as well at the back, and also get the rear hatch working because the motor has been disconnected on here. So I'm going to get that working again, and then a few other little bits and bobs. It doesn't make too much difference about the glass. I do need a glass in the driver's side, but I don't think I'm going to worry about that quite yet. I can do that once it comes back out of the garage. The windscreen and the wipers don't make any difference. That's not going to hold anything up right now. So I think over the next few weeks, I'm just going to do a little bit more to him and then put him back in the garage to get the rear springs done, the heater core, fix the oil leak, and then also sort this wing out here. You see, and once we've done that, we're then ready to just do the rest of the car. Because at the moment, I'm a little bit restricted as to how much I can do, because as I said, it's got to go back in the garage. So it's no good me doing too much to it. And kit is now back in the garage. I don't know what happened there. It didn't actually record the last couple of minutes of the video. So anyway, I've put kit back in the garage and here we are. So we're just going to continue over the next couple of weeks, try and do as much as we can to the car, and then get him to a point so that he can go in the garage and we can do all of the work that I've mentioned. So when he comes back from the garage, we can then continue with the rest of the build, because there's still lots more to do. As you know, we're going to get the nose on, we're going to get all of the interior done, we're going to get all the electronics in, PMD seats, you name it, we're going to do it. So still lots more to do, but follow along if you're not already. Maybe you've just happened to find this video as a random video, and if you want to follow along, just hit subscribe, like the video, leave a comment if you like as well. If there's anything that you think I should do different, if there's anything that you're doing different to your build, maybe you've got a Trans Am and you're doing something similar to what I'm doing with my kit, then leave a comment and let me know. So that is it, folks, for another update video on the kit project. It's been going for now almost 4 years to the date. We bought the car in March 2022, so it's been 4 years and a lot of blood, sweat and tears in that 4 years. But I'm now going to end the video because I think it's now about to rain again. We've had some hail here in the UK. You can see the sky is quite blue over there, but behind me it's looking a bit dark, and I think if I don't wrap this up soon, I'm going to get wet. So thanks for following along, and any questions, just leave them in a comment below and I'll do my best to reply. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Take care.